Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to talk about Yul and Judy and May Edochie today, and then draw out some lessons, talk about the rumors that are going about, and then of course, give my own point of view. So if you're interested in listening to the whole thing from beginning till end, because I was under the impression that everybody know about this, but when a friend of mine asked, who is Yul Edochie? I'm like, okay, we're going to make a video for people that may not already be aware. So Yul Edochie, a Nigerian actor, a very good one at that. No, he was making waves, following the footsteps of his father, Pete Edochie. If you grew up in Nigeria, you remember things fall apart. We were all in love with Pete Edochie, the way he mastered the character of Okonkwo. Anyway, back to Yul, the son. The son took his footsteps and became an actor. A very good one at that. He was also making waves, like I said. In 2004, before we actually got to know this Yul Edochie, he married a lady named Mary. They were both young, from what we're hearing, and they got married, and both parents supported the marriage. Yul was around 21 years old at that time. They continued their journey. They had 4 children, 3 boys, and a girl. And everything seemed perfect. And Yo did not relent in letting us know that, because he would take to social media and praise her and say how she stood by him even when he had nothing, never pressured him, never asked too much of him, or stood by him till he made it. So they were envied. Everybody loved Yul and May Edochie until 2021. Suddenly, Yul came on the internet and announced to the whole world that he had taken a second wife. And they also have a child, a male child at that time. You can imagine this took everybody by surprise. The internet went wild. Everybody went wild. But there's something that I keep remembering. The only thing we had from the wife, May, was that May went under that Yul's post and wrote, "May God judge you both." That was it. She didn't say anything else. She didn't make a video about it. She didn't talk about it. She moved on. We saw her trying to, be more active in her channel. She made videos and she started coming out more. Of course, we know that she went through a lot because she said it herself, but she had the backing of everybody. Like people say, May had this grace that we don't understand. There became a movement of women that were so behind her because they felt like she was undermined, she was disgraced, and there was such an injustice done on her. For a woman who have stood by a man, many women that have gone through maltreatment from men, they all backed May. There is a strong force called May Nation that if you as much as say anything negative about May, they will attack you. The fear of May Nation is the beginning of wisdom. And this group of women are not relenting. They make their voice to be heard every opportunity they get. They support May financially because now May started getting deals. When the love for May became too much, smart businesses started taking her to be their brand ambassador because May was so loved that even myself included, we buy something just because it's associated with May, just to support her. So the love for May grew. The love for May, the more the love for May grew, the hatred for the husband grew as well, and the new wife. It continued like that. But eventually the husband came and made a post online pleading for May to forgive him, saying that he's been perfect, he's done everything right. The only thing he has done wrong is this marrying a second wife, and that she should forgive him. It's only one thing that he has done wrong. He's been a perfect husband, blah, blah, blah. May now responded and said, I will not be numbered. I cannot be wife number one and wife number two. I will not be numbered because the marriage that she had with him was based on church. They actually had a wedding so that it does not allow for polygamy. She refused. Eventually, what happened? Y'all got upset because subsequently, you can see the attack on May. One of the few attacks is one of Judy's, the new wife, Judy's friend, now came and took a picture that May posted with her and her children on the internet, a Christmas photo, and now went and added Judy and the son on the picture and posted it. Guess what? Our Yul went and commented that is how it's supposed to be. Of course, people went livid. People were angry. People were like, what is wrong with this man? The hatred grew even more. Yul, that was a household name. People stopped watching. I know a lot of people personally that stopped watching his movies. He wasn't getting recognition again. A lot of things started going wrong. Now, in the process, I'm going to tell you a lot of things that happened, but I may not say it in order. But in the process of these things happening, Yul's father came out and spoke and condemned what Yul did in his own way. He had an interview, I believe, with Judy. He said, the person that went to the bush to gather ant-infested firewood is asking for the lizards to come and play in his house. He praised May. He said May was the brain behind the marriage. Yet she stated that May was a computer wizard, which led us to believe that the Edochie family were behind May. On the other hand, May continued getting more brand ambassador deals. Her name became more and more popular. There's somebody that we didn't know before. It was all about May Edochie. In the process, tragedy struck. I think first, she lost her business, a supermarket where she sold stuff. I'm not sure, but she had a business that got burnt. She's dealing with the fact that she lost a husband, she lost a business. In the process of that, another tragedy struck. In 2023, May lost her eldest son, Kambili Chukwu. The boy dropped, passed, deleted from this earth. Till today, we don't know what happened. Some say that he was playing football and slumped. Some say that Judy went to the school and gave him food. Even a prophet actually said that Judy belongs in the marine kingdom. That is dark forces. And spiritually, they had to delete the boy.
I told him, I said, look, they want to kill your son. And this is going to happen a few weeks from now to months. I said, but God will turn the hand of the enemies. This is what you need to do. I even gave him the name of our church. I said, we are World Redemption Ministries. We can avert by the grace of God what they want to do. And I told him who was responsible, but I did not tell him outrightly. But I gave him a parable for him to use his senses for. I said, there is a woman who was into the marriage and destroyed him. Destroyed this marriage and sent the other one out of the marriage. But she was not satisfied because she was from a kingdom.
Many people blame Judy either directly or indirectly. Some say that it was because of her dark powers, because people believe that she's not innocent. A lot of people believe that she's involved in voodoo, which is black magic, marine spirit, and all that. Some other people that don't believe in that don't believe that she's involved in those things, but they believe that she came with bad luck. And because of her bad luck and lack of attention from the father to the son, indirectly is why the boy deleted. So no matter how you look at it, Judy was blamed. Now they've buried the boy. It wasn't even up to weeks or months. What did we see? People were thinking that Yul will finally get his brain reset because now he's lost his first son. Instead, what did we see? He was dancing with Judy on the internet barely weeks or months after the son's demise. They were dancing, praising God. Judy came out and was singing this, God loves me, Chukwu I love Kam, Chukwu I love Kam, singing how God helped her because, oh, I forgot to say, she put to bed again. She had another baby for Yul, a baby boy. It was all manners of rumors. People were talking. There are people that dedicate a whole channel to Yul and May and Judy. People were saying all manners of things. But one thing is consistent. People believe that Judy is not innocent. And I'm not talking because she snatched somebody's husband, even though personally, I don't believe you can snatch a human being. The human being wanted to go there. Also, as a lady, you expected to know better. Like I wouldn't go and start dating a married man and end up having a child for him. I wouldn't do that. I would feel bad. I would feel for the lady, for the wife at home. So when you have moral standards, you're expected to feel these things, even though, yes, a man cannot be snatched because they make their decision to do what they want to do. But you, as a lady, must you be the one to be involved with that man. The outrage that people have is not so much that he took a second wife, because we're from Nigeria, is allowed, even though people don't practice that anymore, especially Christians. But it's not against the law. But it's the way he did it. The wife found out on the internet, from what we know, that he took a second wife. The wife didn't know beforehand. What a betrayal. So that's what he doesn't understand, is the way he did it. And then after doing it, is the things he continued to do. Continue to say, I have never done anything wrong except this. When May refused to accept polygamy, he turned against her. He started slandering her name, even though people are saying it's not him, it's Judy. That Judy is the one using his page to post these things. Started saying that made this surgery, made the plastic surgery. If she was mourning, why did she do surgery? This, that. Trying to portray May as troublesome, that he was going through a lot, but people didn't know he was covering for her because he kept saying, I'm not going to say things no matter what, blah, blah, blah. All through, May was not a word. Kept rising, getting more brand deals, elevating, traveling. Now May is going to London, going to places. Yo, and the wife was dancing. And then they got into this thing where y'all will praise her and praise her. You're the best thing that happened to me, blah, blah, blah. And people will say, isn't that what you were saying about me before? And then the Judy herself, one thing we know about her is that she will always come on the internet and start praising y'all. Sometimes she will come on the internet and start praying for him. I don't know who will set a camera and start praying.
Isi mmiri ji akatako for Ezedike. Ezedike, one of Africa. Ezedike igara eje na abata. Igara eje na abata. Onye obuna kwuchi igu uzo chukwu ejide the person call ya hands down. That is onye obuna kwuchi igu uzo chukwu ewoluti pe eni igwe piatu the person. Igara eje na abata. The king of warriors. The king of warriors. Hey! Okay, hey! The king of warriors. Okay, warrior. Hey! Okay. That's the one of the
Thank you, Jelle. Thank you.
And then we post it, and of course, everybody believe they're trying to pepper May. And maybe us, pepper us. She'll start shouting, Isi Miri Ejiofor, Isi Miri Ejiofor, you're the best man. You're the best human being created. You're the best man in the whole world. You are this, you are that. You are the lion of the tribe of, you are this and that. You will go and he will come. Anybody that will stand in your way will be deleted. She will praise and praise and praise and praise. And of course, you all will be like, yeah. She kept massaging her ego. At a point, some men started telling us, oh, you women, you better go massage. That is the massaging that got you to leave his family for her. So all the women were like, we better go and learn how to massage you because it looks like this massaging is working. She will massage and massage and massage this ego. So we are thinking that all the rest of the women in the world, we don't know what we're doing. They continued. They would dance. They will sing. They will do everything. Meanwhile, May filed for divorce, citing adultery, citing this and that. After she lost her son, I think that's when she decided to file for divorce to protect the rest of the children that she has. I'm not sure the divorce is final because they are still going back and forth. I heard that she actually charged Judy, the new wife, 10 million for committing adultery with the husband. Because the man could have divorced her, then go marry Judy, if Judy is who he wanted. But I think he wanted both of them. But when the first wife refused, he turned on her and now started acting as if he didn't want her. So this thing kept going. Everybody felt for May. Even there was a time she spoke in a summit, women were crying because they said she lost everything. She lost her businesses, she lost her son, she lost her husband all at the same time. She was telling her story. People were shedding tears. Of course, people continue to love her, to reach out, to help. I mean, there are so many other details that we won't get into because we're not trying to make this video for hours. May was mute. She didn't say anything. She never abused you. She never talked about it. She just kept going her way, doing her little dances, doing her work, just work. Why Yul and Judy moved to Abuja and tried to start talking about the president, maybe to see if he can gain some kind of a position from that, but it didn't work. He went into pastoring. He actually announced that he's now a pastor and opened a church. And Judy was Mommy Gio. They did church for about 2-3 Sundays. That one packed up. He now announced that he's now a traditionalist. He wants to go into the other side of pastoring. Now, that one didn't work. They even announced that they're into real estate, selling lands and stuff. That one didn't work. So they kept trying to, they'll do this, do that, do this, do that. In the meantime, Yul is not having good relationship with the first daughter, from what we can see, because the first daughter actually removed his name from her online name. We don't see Yul again with the children of May, but they're always posting with the children of Judy. They will always post that. Oh my God, people don't like, except for a few handful of men that desire to do whatever they want. People didn't like Yul again. And no matter what he was doing, it wasn't working. Nothing was working. So let's fast forward till now. People are believing that Judy is truly involved with dark powers. They had their third child in this 2025. They named the child Storm Universe Ifeyinwa Yul Edochie. When her mother came to see the child, they showed it to us. They posted it because, mind you, everything we're talking about that, the ones posting, they posted where the mother was blessing the child. The way the mother was blessing the child, it was about there's a wine, this and that. Those things mean, in the language, it's kind of talking about the power of the water or the power somehow involved with dark powers, from what we understand. I'm not saying she's into dark power, but the way the woman was talking, the word she was using, calling the mother of this and that is a wine, this is a wine, that, I don't even know how to interpret it, but I know it depicts dark powers. So people concluded, that Yul is not doing all this with his right mind. They believe that Judy charmed him. In our place, they always say that the man is in the bottle. The man is in the bottle simply means that the man is being controlled. I think that being in the bottle came because there was a movie that came a long time ago where a woman was, in the bid to control the man to do whatever she wants, went to this Babalawo. Those are the people that do black magic. And they gave them something to use. So they will take the spirit of the man and put inside a bottle and cork it. And as long as that man is inside that bottle, that man becomes a fool, a mumu, does whatever the woman says. I think that's where that bottle thing came from, where anybody that they believe is being controlled spiritually through juju or through dark powers, they say the man is in the bottle. So people concluded that our Yul is inside the bottle. Now, 2025, they had the baby. Months later, we're now hearing rumor that there is trouble in paradise. That is how come people are talking about them again all of a sudden. But people never really stopped. This is the longest dragging I've seen in this social media. There are people that have married other people that they believe they snatched, but after a while it will die down. But this particular one, people dragged Judy. They will post something, you will go to the comment section, you will laugh if you want, because there's nothing people will not say. There was a time you posted a picture talking about, posted a lion, advertising his business and used a lion, and people were writing justice for the lion, and people said he should remove the lion and put a cat. People, oh my God, Nigerians, if they drag you, hey God, I don't know how they come up with those comments. But anyway, is there trouble in paradise? We don't know. It's a rumor. But they said that Yul have moved out of the Abuja house, have moved into a hotel, have refused to come home. People say that Judy have gone to the movie set to make a scene to beg Yul to come home. There is even a voice note that leaked where they were quarreling and Yul threatening that she will regret everything. So they say Yul is blaming Judy now for all his downfall. All the bad things are happening to him now. Is it true or not? We don't know. A lot of people believe it's a setup. Maybe they need money and they want to trend. So now people will start talking about them more, and people, if they now come back out, people will watch whatever they post, trying to find out what is going on, and therefore they will make more money. Others believe it's true that there is trouble in paradise because there are so many people that have been waiting for this karma to strike. So many people. There's nothing people do not wish Judy. So we even wish, oh my God, I don't see how she's making it with that kind of hatred. How can the whole world hate you? Almost. There are people that believe karma has come for her.
Thing called karma, I don't know. Is it male or female? Because I don't know why it doesn't take bribe from anybody. No matter how you pretend, it must locate you. You can never escape karma in this life. Whatever you are doing, be very, very careful.
And they're waiting to laugh at her, waiting to laugh. People are already laughing. And then there's the third group that believe that they're trying to rebrand. I believe I even saw somebody talking about that's actually what happened. That due to the fact that people don't like Yul again, he's not selling again, they want to rebrand him. And part of the rebranding is for him to stay away from Judy, don't post anything. So people will start falling in love with him again. And it's working because people are telling him, yo, we're with you, we will help you, big man. Come out. Don't go to Judy again. So some people believe he's rebranding. He's trying to brand himself. And the people that are helping him to rebrand told him the first thing to do is to stay away from Judy or post anything with Judy for now. So we don't know. I don't know. But it's going all over the place. I left out so many details because it's a lot. But anyway, the lessons we need to learn from this is be careful. Before you make a life-changing decision, be careful. Don't make a decision based on temporary pleasure because you never know. So be careful because whatever you do, there may be consequences. You can repent, God will forgive you. But see that consequence? It still comes. You can't help it. So let's be careful. Another thing is the strength of a woman. Yul did not expect, from all indication, May to move on the way May did. May became many people looked up to her. Even women who were hopeless in their marriages or felt they looked up to May and saw May as a beacon of hope. Another thing is be careful what you post online. Because by Yul and Judy posting or everything online, they opened their life to this too many scrutiny. If they had just kept their relationship a little bit private, maybe it wouldn't be this bad. Oh, I forgot something before I continue. People are saying that the children they have, that one of them is autistic, thereby doesn't walk, doesn't talk. And then this last one was born with both male and female parts. Nobody knows if it's true or not. I don't know. That's what people are saying. So back to the lessons. Polygamy may have worked for our forefathers, but we're not living in the times of our forefathers. Times are different. You cannot always do what your forefathers did. Your forefathers also climbed trees. There are so many things, there are so many rituals, there are so many traditional things they did that we don't do anymore because we made away with it because we found out, for example, they used to, delete twins, thinking they're evil. But we don't do that anymore. We now know twins are beautiful things. We now understand it. So you cannot always do something because your forefathers did it. Times are different and we must adapt to the times. Polygamy doesn't work anymore because women are empowered. So let's be careful what we practice, especially when you are not, like you all used to go to church. They waited in church. So I don't know how all of a sudden he's a traditional man. And being a traditional man is nothing wrong with that. But do away with the traditions that you can see is not serving us and uphold the ones that are serving us. Also, let's be careful about ego. Ego can make or break a man. Because I feel at some point, Yul was not acting anymore based on what he wants to do. His ego is now in the way. He has to continue the charade because he doesn't want to lose. So let's check our egos. Make sure that we're not making decisions because we need to feed our ego. So beyond the gossip, these are lessons we must learn. We don't have to make the same mistakes to learn. We can learn from other people. This brings me to the end of this video. What do you think? Tell me in the comment section. Do you believe Yul and Judy are finally facing karma? Do you believe this is pretense? Do you think what Yul did in the first place is ever justified? What is your take? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Until next time, may God bless you. Bye.